the whole time I was on there. I was like, are you okay?
If a Pomeranian was a person.
He literally kind of resembled a Pomeranian, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He was
Like-
giving a little twinkish.
Mm.
It was
You're
adorable.
like, what do you know that I don't know?
Yeah. What are you preparing for that I should be?
Yeah.
Well, I actually asked that of a girl. The reason I got into Stairmaster was there's a girl at my local EOS in California
Yeah.
who is built like a baked bean. No, she's built like someone who could take on a zombie
A
apocalypse.
brick house.
And curvy though, so gorgeous. She was wearing one of those like vests, the weighted vests for
Mhm.
training.
The like military ones.
Yes, and she gets off and I was like, girl, I am in awe. What are you training for? And she just goes, life. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Okay.
Okay, got it.
I'm getting on the stairs. Thank you very much, ma'am. God bless. Welcome to Blood and Contracts.
Hi. I
Um,
woke up at 6 a.m.
yeah.
like I do every day.
Mhm.
It's
no
good to-
breaks.
It's good to keep a consistent
Yes.
Yeah.
sleeping habit, though.
It's hard though because I do tend to let myself stay up a little later on like a Friday or Saturday
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
especially if I go to a game night. So I go to game nights on Friday night, then I'm there until like midnight, which is way past my
Wow,
bedtime.
midnight?
Sometimes like 1.
Aren't you guys all almost in your 30s?
They go hard,
I cannot do that.
and a
Mm-mm.
lot of us are sober.
Oh, wow. Without any substances?
There's some substances,
Ooh, could not be me.
a good amount of weed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My people.
Yeah,
Can I come? I don't want to play games. I just want to smoke. I can bring the substances
sure.
and just like cheer you guys on.
We also play like Mario Kart, and
I'm
like
terrible at that.
that's okay. That's why I bought the game
I
so that I
know.
could get better at home.
That's good.
So I would stop embarrassing myself in front of my friends.
Well, there has to be one though in the group to
Yeah.
embarrass
Mhm.
and just keep around.
Because they play on like the really hard setting, and it's
Oh, that's
200
the
cc.
200cc.
I don't even know what that means.
So there's like 50, 100, 150, and then 200 is the like really fast and really hard. Like
Oh.
you're going so fast.
And is
And it-
everything like sensitive?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to be like very in control in the zone.
Yeah, I'm a 150 kind of girl.
Mhm. I'm
Mm.
100 to 150. 100 if I'm just like at home having fun.
I thought that my motion sickness with video games had been done because
Mhm.
I used to watch Jansen all the time when we were little, but I never wanted to play it because I would get sick. And I thought that went away over adulthood. I was watching Tenley play Minecraft. No,
Mm.
Roblox? No, Minecraft.
Roblox.
Minecraft.
One of them.
She likes Minecraft. Colson likes Roblox. I almost threw up
Mhm.
sitting there for just 20 minutes watching her on a TV screen.
Yeah, Minecraft is hard too with that though because the like camera angle
Spinning.
changes so much, and you like
Yes.
and especially if you play from POV, because if you're playing from your point of view, like then it's you're
Dizzy.
you're the eyes.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan. I like the locked camera situation
Uh-huh.
because otherwise I'm puking. I was supposed to stay and go swimming with them and I was like, I have to go home
Yeah.
because I might be ill. Tenley's like, what?
From watching a video game.
Sorry. Just real quick, because last episode we talked about the politics. We just walked into the House this morning and President Biden has dropped out of the race. So
As of today.
real-time reactions.
Recording.
Not shocked.
Yeah.
Only shocked it took this long.
Mhm.
And that is a white male ego for you. Be interested to see how the DNC plays out now.
Because that's
but-
what this next week.
I think it's this next week. Yeah. So hold on to your hats, folks. This is about to get interesting. I told Jansen, I'm like, well, at least the reality show that is our country just got real fun to watch. Because I thought it was going to be a snore fest for the rest of the month.
Has that ever happened where like a president has dropped out
I'm sure it's happened, but not in any election that I've been a part of.
Yeah. Because
or like this close to the election?
No, highly doubt.
well, this like because Bush we had for 2
Yep.
terms
Yep.
in our lifetime.
and Obama.
Obama 2 terms in our lifetime. Trump
guess
was the
that's
first in
true.
our lifetime that only had 1 term.
Yeah, because Clinton had 2 technically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's about to get
Well, I wasn't alive for Clinton. but-
spicy. I was.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in front of the TV crying.
Yeah.
Because I was told he was the devil
Mm.
and the Antichrist. And I was like, the Antichrist is the president?
And plays the saxophone.
That's great.
Yeah.
Today, though, despite our political uprisings, we're going to talk book club. So if you are joining us today, either you want this book to be spoiled or you read along with us. We read Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Törz, who is pro-Palestine.
I went on her website this morning after I finished the book because I was like, I want to know more about her and see if she had anything else that you can like read right now.
Yeah.
She has, this is her only book right now,
Okay.
but she has like articles that you can read and short stories that she's written and stuff like that. She's also does translating, which we'll talk about in the book.
Cool.
So she's like translated some stuff, and which is really cool. And yeah, she had like this cool little statement at the end because she doesn't do social media at all.
Which
And
I
so
like.
at the very like bottom of her website, it just says, no social media. So to be clear, divest from police, invest in community. Black Lives Matter, boo to capitalism. Trans rights are human rights. Colonialism sucks. Free Palestine. Down with anti-Semitism, etc. And then the very last line is, I have a cat named Igor.
Oh my gosh.
Just so you know.
Just so you know.
I love that about her. I also like when authors just kind of live their own lives. Like also the fact that this is her first book and it's had this much coverage.
Well, she's a professor.
Oh.
Is also what I found out through her website.
Cool.
So that's her like full-time thing. And then she just wrote this book and it came out last year. And
Wow.
Wow.
Rave reviews.
it was on all these like indie
Yeah.
author lists, and then it was on the Good Morning America list.
Mhm.
But yeah.
And I can see why, which we'll get into in a second.
Yeah.
But first, maybe we do a shock.
Sure.
I think it's
Oh, they're by me. Hello.
they're by Kelly.
I'm like, hello, everybody. Pay attention.
Get it together, people.
We're running a tight ship
Wake
over
up.
here.
Every second counts.
Yeah.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Yeah, chef.
Thank you.
I haven't watched The Bear.
Kelly, what do you think of The Bear while we're at it?
Did you just start it?
Do you care if we spoil things?
I mean, I will eventually watch it in like 5 years, so the internet is already.
Okay, we're spoiling it for you.
Okay.
Did you enjoy?
Season 3 was my least favorite season.
Yeah, that seems to be a big consensus.
Which is so funny
So
because you
boring.
loved it, right?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
I think that nothing happened to Carmen, but I think everything else happened to everybody else.
I did see an article that was like, this is what happens. Like, you can tell that everyone is continuing on in life,
Yes,
and they're
he's
all
not.
continuing to grow, and he's just like stuck in his
Yes.
bubble, which I understand, but like it makes sense.
Yeah.
But it just
He's the
felt
main
like
character.
yeah, but it just felt like a very much of a builder season.
Yes.
Because they're already slotted for season 4
And 5.
and 5.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
That's
So-
why it needed to be a slow season, I think.
Yeah.
Because one, we needed to spend time with more backstory for everybody.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get that in seasons
Yeah.
1 and 2. But I liked it because it decentered Carmen because he, in my opinion, is the villain of the show. Like, he refuses to get help. He refuses to ask for help from the people that love him. And
Yeah.
he refuses to get rid of his own ego so that him and Sydney can actually do something together.
Yeah. And he's so
That's
stubborn
chef's.
that
yeah.
like he's not willing to budge on
Right.
his non-negotiables.
Oh, that's a toe. I do think, though, the finale was his breakthrough.
Yeah.
Because he has the confrontation with what's his face.
Yeah.
And whatever the review says will obviously impact next season and like where he's at. But I loved it. I loved Tina's story. I cried that entire episode of Napkins because I knew that she loved Michael, but I didn't really understand why.
Mhm.
And I didn't understand the emotional pull of why she's so mean in the first season, especially to Sydney. And that the Napkins episode, Halsey explains like her whole backstory of how she meets the first restaurant owner and like why she comes into the restaurant family.
Yeah.
I needed that episode so much.
Interesting.
But it's an anxiety-ridden season for sure because there's just lots of upheaval. Like the pregnancy episode, Ice Chips, was insane.
Oh, that one I almost cried in.
Yeah.
But also like the first few episodes are just so much anxiety.
Yeah.
We could only watch like one episode. We were like, this is not a going to bed show.
No.
I'm so anxious. We'd watch when we're like, so do we need to take a little break now?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
a middle of the day, maybe morning show on a Sunday where you still have some time to like
Yeah.
grieve,
Yeah. 'Cause they're-
debrief after.
Yeah, because they're all yelling at each other
Yeah,
and
no.
just
So
losing
stressful.
their minds.
It's one of those shows where I know I'll probably love it.
Yeah.
Like everybody else. I just
You don't like watching things when they're popular.
I don't like watching things when they're Because
I
it's
don't either.
annoying to me. It's annoying to me to be told, like,
What to watch?
all the time what to watch. That I didn't watch the first season of Stranger Things until the second season was airing. Because I just
It's the
didn't
hype.
want to.
What were you
But
gonna
don't
say?
you feel like you'll miss out on some of the conversation while it's popular? Because if it is a show that you know you're
Mhm.
gonna want to watch, like for me, if there's a show that I'm gonna watch and I'm behind,
Yeah.
then I'm doing everything I can to avoid any type of spoiler,
Yeah.
and then I miss out on all the fun.
I don't know.
Don't you want to be in the fun?
Yeah, but I'm so
Join us.
online
Chronically.
that I am already in on the fun a little bit
Sure.
because I'm observing it.
Yeah.
It's on my TikTok. I see it. I see the things.
Yeah.
It's definitely a show that my feed thinks I watch.
Yeah.
So
your feed thinks you should watch for
yeah,
Yeah.
because they know that I love the actress who plays Sydney.
Yes. ADDIE.
Yeah.
Incredible woman.
She's great and has been in a lot of really fun, very queer films.
Very.
And
She directed the Napkins episode,
Yeah, I
which
knew
I
that.
loved.
It was
do you
her
think
directorial debut.
debut? Bravo, milady. Brava. Do you think she's gonna leave the restaurant?
I hope not, but
Mm,
I kind of think she will.
I hope she does.
Really?
I think that's a lesson Carmen has to learn. He has to learn what it feels like to lose talent that you should have
invested
in, dove
Yeah.
in, accepted for your own benefit. And because I don't think he is capable of doing it all by himself. And that's the whole point of the show.
Yeah.
That it's not about him.
And he thinks he is because
Yes.
every day she's like, they go in and like talk about what they're going to have. And she's like, we should do this. And he like
Changed
cuts
it.
her off and is like, nope, we're going to do it this way. And she's like,
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Sick. Great.
Yeah.
and then for this dish, we're going to do it. Nope, we're going to do it this way.
Got it. Interesting.
Okay.
Mhm.
And like, as much as the partnership, he thinks the partnership is working, he's just completely closed off and centered on himself.
Yeah.
And
He thinks the partnership is she's confirmation to my rules, my non-negotiables, but she's not allowed to have any.
yeah.
And that is the restaurant industry in and of itself, like women in leadership. My favorite episode is the funeral episode where you get to see all these real chefs come to the episode, like the owner and creator of Milk Bar comes, and a couple other big names. And they're sitting around this dinner table at a funeral for a fictional restaurant. And they're talking about what it feels like to be a CD and be the executive decision maker of a menu and the feeling it is when it goes well or when it goes bad, but like that it's always yours. And her character is just sitting there like soaking it up and realizing like, I don't have that and I will never have that if I stay at the Bear.
Yeah.
And then the finale ends. It is like one of the biggest cliffhangers.
Crazy.
I did think for a while that the chef had died. Because I was like, oh, they're going to a funeral.
Yes.
And then we're there and I'm like, but she's there.
there.
And I was like, I legit thought
So
she was
the
dead for the
restaurant
past like
is
4
closing.
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because restaurant industries are so familial tied,
Yeah.
they very much make it like they call it funerals when something closes or
Well,
when
also,
something's
like,
moving.
Like they say, like in investments and all, like the worst investment you can make is opening a restaurant.
Yeah.
It is the most tense, non-predictable.
Mhm.
You have no way of guaranteeing that it's
Anything.
going to work.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
It's so subjective.
It-
Food
yeah.
is like the most subjective art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like Gordon Ramsay has had restaurants that have bombed. Like
Yeah.
all of the big names in food have had things that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And that part is the why I probably will end up watching the show, because I have so much respect for what chefs do and that world.
Yeah.
It's why I loved the movie The Chef
Yes.
That was
Oh,
good.
and that story.
Did you catch the Easter egg? Not of the chef,
Mhm.
of Burn. Have you seen Burn with Bradley Cooper?
No.
It's
Well,
very
I
good.
did see
The
like in
picture?
the articles,
Mm-hmm.
he's there.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
wall of photos.
I wanted to go see that movie, but Jansen went to go see it without me.
How
How dare
rude.
you.
I know.
I own it. James and I love it. We watch it all the time.
It's a good movie.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, anything chef related, I'm probably gonna watch.
Yeah.
Or cooking related.
That one where Meryl Streep plays a chef. So good. Not Meryl Streep.
Julia and Julia?
No.
I was like,
Not Meryl Streep, Diane Keaton.
Oh. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll get
With-
back to you.
Yep.
Cool.
Mhm.
Cool.
I can't even think of it. I had one last question.
Steve Martin's in it. Sorry.
Father of the bride.
Oh, it's complicated?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She plays a restaurateur.
Yeah. But she's like, she makes things.
She does make things.
Yeah.
I just, for some reason, she barely makes things in that movie,
Mhm.
but food is just always around her.
Yes.
So, yeah, chef.
Yeah,
for
chef.
yeah, chef. Not yes, chef, just yeah, chef. Uh, For the most part, she's just banging her ex-husband in that movie. So,
Yeah.
You do you, Meryl.
Good
You
for
do
her.
you. Damn it, I had one other question about the show. Whatever, it left. What's our Jacques?
Speaking of television,
Oh, great.
if you had to be a contestant on any reality TV show, which one would it be and why?
That I think I would actually do good on.
Whatever. Either
Or that you would just want to be on in general, just for the memes?
to try it out or to get the fame, because
Mm.
I just saw a TikTok this morning of all the before and after follower numbers of the Love Island US contestants.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leah, who was like one of the big three of the girlfriend friendships,
Yeah.
she went from 17,000 to 583,000 in 6 weeks
Insane.
of being on the show
That's
without even
Insane.
being on her phone.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, literally having her phone taken away from her.
Yeah. So,
Um
any beginner thoughts?
I would like to be physically capable
Yeah.
of being on Survivor,
Hell yeah.
cuz it sounds so cocky.
It's a big no for Kelly.
I think I could
Could
win.
not be me.
I think you're crazy enough to win.
Yeah. But I really do think I could play the game.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the mental part of it, I could do it.
You're also very good alone.
Yeah.
Like you could handle
Oh yeah.
alone.
I'd be like, I don't need any
of you.
like companions or
Yeah. But you also are
ties.
a good friend maker.
Yeah, oh, for sure, for sure. Like everybody will love me, but like I'm gonna win.
I say put it on a bucket list, girl.
Yeah.
I'd love to
that
support.
or like The Amazing Race, something like that, or
Yeah.
The Mole.
Ooh,
If
have
they
you
brought
watched The
that
Mole?
back.
Oh man, I love the old Mole. It is
Yeah.
back. It's on
Now
Netflix.
it's or there's that other show now with the like celebrity version, basically the Traders.
Yeah,
Oh.
I tried to watch that, but
I haven't watched
didn't
it
get
either.
past the
Oh.
first season. Or I mean, the first
Kate
episode.
from Below Deck is on it.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
I don't like celebrity reality seasons or
Yeah.
trials. It's
Where they're like, I think they're like playing for charity, but
that's nice, but
anyways.
Do you
but
have
yeah,
any
That's
thoughts?
fine. Survivor.
Love it.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Well, I was going kind of in between two. Growing up, I feel like we watched a lot of The Amazing Race, and so I feel
Mhm.
like I would want to do that just for the travel aspect of it.
Yeah.
But
A lot of running.
realistically, yeah, couldn't be me. Realistically, I feel like maybe Big Brother or something like
Ooh,
that.
Fun.
Yeah. Or what's that other one? Not real life. What was the other
Real
house?
World?
Real World. That one.
Real life.
Real life.
Real
Real
life.
life. Real world.
I feel like Real World, I almost said
Mhm.
real life,
Mhm.
is too small of a group
Sexual too.
and too
Yeah.
sexual.
So
That's also
sexual.
like, I
Yeah.
kind of am taking myself out of any of those
Yeah.
Yeah.
potential ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to go to Fiji and Love Island. I'd love to be on, like, at the casa, but
What if you're part of the Capitol
the
Talk-
interviewee
The round table?
Yeah, the round table.
could be me,
I could see that.
but I'd like to compete and try to win some money.
Well, duh.
So
Don't we
Big Brother,
all?
I feel like I do know someone who went on Big Brother
Oh.
like 10 years ago, maybe at this point, and I don't think she liked it.
Oh.
Like
It's
post,
it feels like a bad experiment,
It
yeah.
is.
which is kind of the point of the show.
Yeah.
yeah,
But like they never turn the lights off. They
What?
like there was one a few seasons ago, there was like this one girl who's like, we would literally beg them to turn the lights off at night so that like because it's basically being sleep deprived.
Do they get eye masks?
I think you could like cover your head with a pillow, maybe.
yeah.
That seems really gross.
Yeah.
I
And
don't like
also my favorite clip of Big Brother from the last few years, I think it's from the live stream. So not the actual like physical episode, but the live stream you
The
can watch all
24
day.
hours.
And she's going, it's the one black girl in the house, and she's like, I need this seasoning and this seasoning and this seasoning. We need real food. Not
Yes.
fast food, not
No.
frozen. I need real food.
I saw it because she's just talking to the
Yeah.
camera and like no one is in the room
No.
with her, but she's literally just talking to producers,
Yeah.
being like, "If you don't get some salt and pepper in here."
Yeah.
I've never watched Big Brother. I feel like I've
Yeah.
watched it adjacently on social
Mhm.
media, but I agree with you. I feel like that'd be an interesting one as like a married person to go on and like just be a personality and win some money.
Yeah.
If I was single though, Love is Blind, hit me up. I'm so down. I think I would have a blast with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get a free vacation out of it
Right.
and a free apartment for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
So down. I adjacently know a couple people who have been on Love Island, and I have like coworkers who are friends with people who've been on not Love Island, Love is Blind. I will say, if you become a villain of the show, heartbreaking, like not a good look.
No.
One girl is still, every time she goes to a new job, she's still asked like, "So are you really like this kind of person? Like, what are we going to expect
Really?
from you?" Yeah. So
Oof.
I feel like being on a show like that definitely has its pluses and minuses, but it's just so
Yeah.
interesting to me. Like, out of all the modern reality shows and dating shows right now, it's such an interesting concept that I would love to just be a part of the experiment. And I want a blanket, and I want the goblet,
Yeah.
the gold wine glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely.
I want the bandana. That's why I want to go on Survivor. I want the bandana.
hell yeah,
The bando.
And don't they give you like tank tops and stuff like that? Don't they have some kind
No,
of clothing
so-
they give you?
No.
No.
You get what you come in, and they also
Oh.
can veto what you get to bring. Yeah. That's why so many girls end up on the show in like the most ridiculous outfit you've seen. Where you're like, why would you come in denim shorts?
Denim shorts.
Why is that the choice you would make for yourself?
No, ma'am. Owie.
Bike shorts. Leggings.
I want those like chub rub shorts, the
Yeah.
Thigh Society chub rub shorts, and then like sport shorts on top of that, and then maybe a pair of leggings, like just
Yeah.
packed in my
Underwear.
back pocket.
Yeah.
I do start thinking of like the logistics of like, can I bring my iron supplements?
Yeah,
Can
no.
Like, excuse me, I need this to
This-
live.
Yeah.
They're like, "You're voted off."
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is me doing this in like 200 pounds.
I like it.
Yeah.
Again, put it on a bucket list.
Yeah.
The world is your oyster. That's a fun question.
Let's start
Yeah.
doing
Good
some
job, Bailey.
squats.
The book. We all finished.
Mhm.
Good job.
Finish this morning.
We did it. Here it is. Inkblood Sister Scribe. I read it on both Kindle and Spotify.
Same.
So I like to do a little bit of both. I didn't finish on Kindle. I got like 80% through, but I'm there. Yeah, I liked it. Very long because of the detail. That was like honestly my only big hiccup or hitch to it was that I was inundated with so many characters from the first few chapters and then so many details about their surroundings. I was like, I don't need to know their surroundings. I need to know who the heck all 15 of these people are and why we're all getting introduced at the same exact time.
Yeah.
But by 50%, I feel like when we all got around to 50%, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Basically, when the London crew come in
Yes.
and they start spending more time with the London crew, I was like, I can start to compartmentalize and focus on all of these storylines happening.
Yeah.
What were your initial thoughts?
Go ahead.
I feel similarly because I was also kind of distracted when I first started. And so I wasn't paying super close attention.
Yeah.
And then all of these names are just being thrown out there. And I'm like,
Mhm.
who's who? Where am I? Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
how are they connected to each other? What's their importance?
Yeah.
So, and then getting into the book because I missed and didn't pay attention much to that part, trying to just figure out their relations as they're
Talking.
talking in the book. I'm
Yes.
like, okay, I'm getting, like, it's making more sense, but like, it took me a while to figure out like
Yes, absolutely.
where we were going.
Also, I felt like, again, the surroundings were being described so much, but who they looked like and what they looked like were
Mhm.
not. Like the only things we were getting was like hair,
Yeah.
color, and type,
Mhm.
and gender.
And
I
that was
was like,
about it.
okay, that's helpful. And then Nicholas comes in. I'm like, okay, well, at least there's a dude I can figure that out and put
Yeah.
him to the side
With one eye.
with one eye.
Yeah.
Which that was a very strange
That was
aspect
visceral.
to the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole talking about like
In
at
the jar?
13,
I know.
Yeah.
that his own family did that to him.
One of my favorite pieces of the book were the bees, though.
Yes.
I love that the bees were throughout the entire book, and like the sound of the magic being humming or buzzing and honey-esque. Oh, I
Yeah.
loved that. That was so fun. Any favorite characters that popped out right away that you were like, I'm gonna root for you? I like where this is headed.
Well, I kind of had a question for you of which sister did you relate to? Joanna or Esther?
Definitely not Joanna.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Of her just staying.
Her just staying and just
Yeah.
being like, well, this is my life. My
Yeah.
dad's dead. My mom can't come to my house. My sister's gone forever. I'll just stay here with the cat that won't come inside my house. Like, what?
Yeah.
And you are a magical person. You could do anything that you want. Like all the books that are in that house, you couldn't go through the books and be like, I can change something about my existence, like just a little bit. But it's like her father indoctrinated her into
Yes.
this life practice to just
Of
be like
fear.
a fear. And if you leave this place, everything will end, which is weird because her mom and Maram were against that whole aspect of his living. And yet it almost became the villain of the story in my mind because he was the only one working against them from the get-go and then just died. So of course, like the person that he indoctrinated would take up his arms and do his job after he's gone.
Yes, listening to her monologue sometimes got real annoying.
I felt like
she was deeply unlikable.
Yeah, I felt like we were in her head a lot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think though. What do you think? Which sister? Or thoughts?
I
Or,
don't think I
yeah,
really
or thoughts on
related
favorite
to.
character.
I don't think I could like put myself in either one of the sisters.
Me neither.
But did anyone else think that the cat was gonna be
Someone?
someone?
Yes.
I was like waiting. Like eventually, the cat's gonna come inside the house and they're gonna transform to be
Yes.
someone.
I thought the exact same thing. I was like,
kind of see that, but I also just saw it as her, as like an analogy for her growth, of her letting something in, but also her stepping out of the house and her stepping out of what her father had indoctrinated her into.
Yeah,
And like she said,
because
sorry. No, she says, letting the cat in is her dad will never come back.
oh.
Yeah.
And because her dad was allergic to animal dander. She talks about that a little bit.
Oh, I missed that part. What were you going to say?
essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was her dad. I was like, he reincarnated into the cat, but he can't come into the house because of his own wards.
Oh.
Now that the wards are down,
That's what I
now
thought
he
too.
can come inside.
Yeah, no. I didn't like.
And now because he
think
died
that that's the-
outside.
Yeah.
He died outside. Didn't he die outside the wards or just no? He died out.
He
in the
just
front
died
yard.
outside the house.
Yeah. So it made sense that he wouldn't be able to come inside.
Yeah.
But he is comforted by Joanna and sleeps
Mhm.
and wants food from her, which makes sense because he can't do anything for himself. He needs Joanna. Didn't really like the dad character. Can you tell?
You don't say.
You don't say. I wonder why.
The library, though.
Mm.
Every scene in the library, pristine. We're talking Beauty and the Beast Castle, Beauty and Beast Library. I can picture that place like nobody's business in my mind. That entire aspect of the book, I was like, this needs to be a movie because I need to see this house realized cinematically. It was so fun.
Especially once they get to the part where like he's getting behind the bookcase and through the staircases into the secret rooms and
the mirror room.
The mirror room,
And then the study.
As soon as they walked into the mirror rooms, I'm like, all the mirrors are going to be the mirrors in Alaska
station.
or in Antarctica.
Yeah.
And as soon as he started reading the labels, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Were there any other shock moments for you? I only had one big one.
Maybe the eyeball a little bit. I had guessed pretty early on that the uncle was really the great-great-grandfather.
Oh, good. Okay. I didn't really catch that until they described the frame and then him again. I was like, and he had been reading the life book, the
like
immortality book.
Yeah.
And it said bone of my bone or whatever the heck. And then he talked about the frame. I was like, oh, it's the same person. Got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see that.
No, I had gotten it pretty like early on in the London storyline where I was like, something is off with this. Like,
This
I
dude.
don't trust who the uncle says he is. And every time they would refer to like the creator of the library, I was like, well, he's the creator of the library. Like that feels
It'd be him.
it'd be him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think similarly, like when they got into the study and saw the eyeball and then like started connecting all the dots of
Yes.
who was who
Yeah, for sure.
and connections.
My only big shocker, because like you, I
Mhm.
kind of saw all of it coming for the most part, which is why I don't really love the ending. But when Collins takes the wards down,
Mhm.
I was shocked because they had like a little, him and Joanna had like a little thing
Mhm.
from the get-go, and you could tell that he was so into her from the get-go. And the fact that he was the one that needed to take the wards down, and like that is the thing that would break her heart out of all the
like
things.
she felt so betrayed,
so betrayed by
instantly.
this person
Yeah.
that she was like, wait, I thought I kind of liked you. I just didn't see it coming. It made sense why he needed to do it, and like it all came out in the wash, but like it just threw me. And I was listening to it at the gym and I was on the treadmill and I go, what? And like put my feet on the sides of the treadmill, and the guy next to me was like, okay. Like, just reading.
Just my book.
Yeah.
Just reading the book.
Listening to my stories.
Yeah.
I think what helped me with continuity and like following the storyline, because like how you said, it was kind of hard to follow in the beginning, was the fact that I was listening and physically reading at the same time sometimes.
Agreed.
So I would be listening to it and reading the words, and that helped connect who was who and what was happening.
Same. For a lot of the book, I would read ahead so that I would retain that information and then just double down on audio. And that way, especially by 50% in, I was like, okay, I know all the players now. I know where our settings are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like the overall concept though of the spells being books and kind of giving a tangible something to the idea of magic.
Yeah.
Where I don't feel like I've ever read anything where they describe magic in that way. And like how someone has to write the spell, but who writes it can't necessarily
There's rules
do
to
it.
it.
Yeah, like there's so many rules to it that it
could be real.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
just
literally
haven't
like the
found
fact that the scribes can't do magic.
Yeah, I loved that aspect.
But it's of their blood.
Yeah.
And they're like
it's a group project.
Literally.
And I like that
the
a lot.
ultimate group project.
Yeah.
Do we think Nicholas is gay?
Yes.
Okay, I do too.
But I also really loved the way she approached the author approached sexuality in general in the book, of being like, it is what it is.
Yeah,
like
it's there.
It's there,
but we don't know who it's gonna touch. Yeah.
And like her even kind of some character kind of asks Nicholas like do you like girl, like what do you
what you about?
What you about? And he was like, like,
he's like, I like books.
I like books and I like blood and writing.
And Sir Kiwi.
Yeah.
It's the cutest little sidekick I ever did.
So little Pomeranian. I loved that.
I know what you're about to say.
The bigger bronze loved the dog so much.
My favorite moment, and another unexpected moment, all my unexpected moments are Collins. I loved Collins, clearly, was when Nicholas was like, but what about, are we going to take Sir Kiwi? And Collins like rolls his eyes and huffs and goes, duh.
And smiles.
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, so cute.
Because he's a big burly Boston man.
I know. The accents.
The accents were so great.
The narrator did a great job. Can you pull her up again?
Can you pull it up? Because I had to return the book already.
Oh, shoot.
It's on my phone.
Oh, sorry. I just meant like Google.
I can look it up though.
Yeah, she was fantastic. I would totally read another audiobook from her because she did a Boston accent. She did a Belgium accent. She did
Welsh,
upper crust British,
Australian,
Welsh, Australian, and American.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
All in one book.
All in one book.
I really enjoyed her.
Saskia Marlev.
Oh, she has a hard last name.
Interesting.
It's Marleveld.
Oh my.
Marleveld.
I'm not gonna.
Oh, but she does have other books.
Oh, good. Okay.
That she's read.
Great. I'll look them up later.
She has some fun ones.
Oh, good. Okay, fun. You should look them up too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the ending. Thoughts, feelings. You loved it.
It's not so much that I loved the ending, like the ending as an ending. I loved the ending for this book.
Yeah.
Like, I think for this book, it was the correct ending.
Okay. I can see that.
I think it left open to your imagination of like what could be of the library, because they kind of talk a little bit about it, like, could this be a school? Could this, what could this become?
Yeah.
And could this be a place where scribes come to learn and are protected? And I loved the idea of them ending on breaking the inheritance spell.
Yes.
And making it so that a new generation might be born.
Yes, because for a reminder for those that haven't read it, Nicholas's uncle made this spell so that anyone who was a scribe, the scribes could only become another scribe within a bloodline. So no one at random. And that way he could follow them and kill them.
Yeah.
Or
use all of their blood first and then let them die.
Yeah.
I do not like an ending tied up with a bow.
Mm.
I maybe it's because I'm an aspiring author, but I just don't think a book like that with so much tumultuousness in it means that like everybody gets to live at the end who should get to live at the end. Like I feel like there has to be some kind of sacrifice for me to be like, yes, this is good. This has come full circle. It felt a little too Harry Potter to me, I guess.
Yeah, I like a happy ending.
I know.
But I also felt like
I want a bow.
Right. And I feel like there was so much leading up to it. And then all of a sudden, we're all together and we're sitting down to read the book. And then she pricks her finger.
Yes. Not even that, like,
The end.
We're in first class.
Yeah.
We just went through hell and back again all together and watched some crazy dude wither into a Skeletor. But don't worry, there's champagne. Like,
Yeah.
what?
It was her first flight.
And cocktails in the winter garden room.
Yes,
and,
yes.
or whatever it's called.
I did love
I think they addressed that though. Sorry.
But that's
Go
what
ahead.
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I would rather Emma Torres make a sequel than tie everything up because I'd rather there be a little bit of loose ends because it felt like there was plenty of loose ends for me to continue to want to read a series.
Yeah.
And I get it was her first book. Maybe later in her career, she'll come back, she'll write a sequel. Who knows? But for a first book that was so deep, like so long like this and so detailed, like her world building was done very well by the end of the book. Don't tie it up with a bow. Like leave us wanting something more. I did just remember I loved that the mirror became a doorway between London and the house in Vermont. Ugh,
Yeah.
So cute. That was
I
a
also
cute
loved the Vermont setting.
Yeah.
And the I think one of my favorite parts of the magic bit is Joanna is so alone. And she uses a spell just so that she can be around
Animals.
living creatures.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't bring people to my home, but at least I can go out to the woods, do the spell, and touch a bear. And hug a deer.
And a moose.
And a moose.
Yeah.
And hold a bunny's face.
She just wanted
Or
to be
fox's
Snow White.
face. Yeah. She was a little bit Snow Whitey.
I get it.
Yeah.
I also just remembered the one that threw me for a loop that I was like, maybe Richard isn't a bad person was the flying carpet ride scene of him just being like, we could have been doing this the entire time.
Yeah.
All you had to do was tell me and then I could have unlocked this for you because I forgot that Nicholas wouldn't have been able to do it for himself. And none of the employees can do it for him because they've been magicked to not do anything for him that he really wants to do.
That could put him in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The flying carpet is fine.
Right.
He magicked it so that you would be stapled to the
Yeah, but
rug.
he wouldn't be.
I know.
Because magic can't touch him.
But that was a fun scene.
It was
I
a
liked
fun
it.
scene.
Again, very Harry Potter. Like I was like, oh, we're on the grounds of the castle and we're going across it. Yeah, very fun.
But it was also like, no, it was manipulation.
Oh, for sure.
It was so that the kid would keep doing what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep giving him the blood.
Gross.
Gross.
Yeah.
Final ratings?
Mine was a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5? Wow,
Honestly,
yeah, you did say it was
I
like
think
your
it was
favorite book
probably
this
one
year.
of one of my favorite books I've read this year.
Nice.
Yeah, I really
and it was your
enjoyed it.
reco.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
I'd say like 3.8.
3.8. I like it. I gave it a 3.
That's high praise for Bailey.
Yeah. It's a 3s are, I'll recommend it. I enjoyed it, but there were some problems. But still great. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emma Torres, for your lovely
I almost
novel.
I don't even need a whole nother novel. A novella
A novella, yeah.
would be fine.
Yeah, totally.
A novella of the mom's stories. I want
Ooh,
a novella of
Just Maram, honestly.
but Cecily too, honestly. I know. You don't like her. Yeah. She was also
Very
gross.
manipulative.
Oh no. Real gross.
Yucky.
Yuck. Like you're just gonna not tell her that you knew her mom this whole time?
This whole time?
Yep.
I know when
Okay.
she's like unpacking all that, I was like,
Mhm.
are you serious
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Like, you could have just informed everyone. We could have avoided so many things.
Yeah.
I also locking Joanna in the living room. That creeped
Yeah.
me out.
That made me really angry. I had to like
Same.
pause the book for a second and be like, I'm mad. That part came up when I was driving here yesterday.
Oh, funny.
Oh no.
And I was like,
Stressed.
what? You can't just, no.
You can't do
You
that.
can't do that.
And the way that chapter ends, it's so like,
Mhm.
then she just starts screaming at her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's visceral.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did the descriptions by the 50% mark. I was like, okay, this is necessary. Now
Yeah.
I feel like I know these people and I'm feeling their feelings.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, I'm going to keep going on about this book. I really enjoyed it. I just like every time the magic got involved,
Yeah.
it was so interesting
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
because of the fact that it's like to do the glamour spell that he does on the like TSA in the airport.
Yeah.
Like that means he had to sit there, read a book to this guy, be like, "Oh please, what's it?
Don't move.
Yeah.
What? Oh, a little bit of blood." Okay.
Yeah, because the
Like,
books, it says some of the books are like, it took me 4 hours to read this,
Yeah.
or it takes me an entire
Yeah.
hour to read this. I'm like, who's sitting here for that long?
Yeah. Who's letting that like? So you probably had to tie him up first,
Yes.
then read him a book.
Yes. That whole airport scene was so interesting too.
Yeah.
Like when, was it Maram that then puts the tranquilizer in the guy that attacks her and then comes up behind her in her ear? I couldn't tell who the woman was that was helping
The
her.
person who's invisible is.
I don't know who it was.
I don't either.
I don't remember.
For some reason, I thought it was Maram by the end of it, but I don't know. Could be
I
wrong.
can't remember.
But that whole scene was so cool. Just
I
to get her
listened
on
to
the
that
plane.
last night. I can't remember who it was.
Halsey binged this.
On 1.6.
I like it. With the time we have left, let's do another Jacques. And then we can pick our September book.
You guys get it together.
Okay.
Did it? I love the grunt sounds.
Yeah. It'll be really
Sorry,
good
sorry.
for.
You're fine. You're fine. Kelly, it's going to be our birthday book pick.
I know. Birthday month. Birthday month.
We've got to answer that before. Oh, sorry. Cheating.
I'm going into an odd number year. I'm so excited. Odd number years are my best years.
Really?
Yep.
I also.
Oh, yeah. Duh. How do you feel?
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
Yeah, whenever I'm on an even year, you guys are on odds.
Yeah. I don't like my even years.
Oh, my even years are much better than my odds.
Mm-mm.
25?
Not it.
Mm.
See, 25 was the year I moved to Washington. Ugh.
I've never thought about it like that. Of like, oh, it's an odd year, even year. Is it good or bad or whatever?
It's, I think, just in my brain.
Yeah.
But also, in terms of retrospection, my odd years have always been really good
No,
years.
19? Worst year of my life.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to.
21?
Go back.
Well, rough.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What is our question?
What's one trend you followed as a teenager that makes you laugh now? That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
Mhm. So
I mean, let's just start from the top down. So hair, bleaching, box bleaching my hair at least every 3 weeks.
many. Yeah.
How did I have a head of hair by the time I graduated college?
Sun in.
Couldn't tell you. Oh, yeah,
Before that.
absolutely.
straight lemon in my hair.
I always wanted to try
Yes.
that.
Oh, it worked. Because
Yeah.
it was basically like putting peroxide in your hair and going out in the sun.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. Rachel Nathan and I would do that. She
And
wouldn't
it
do it to her hair.
be
She would do it
bright
on her
orange.
body. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the lemon did work for me.
Yeah.
But that was when I had virgin hair. When I started dyeing my hair, the lemon had to go out because
Yeah.
it was like mixing with chemicals. There's nothing good that's going to happen there. But yeah. So hair dye, eyebrows, pluckage, yikes, eyeliner.
I
wore a
thankfully
lot of
didn't
eyeliner.
go through
I
the too
also-
thin eyebrows
because I went before you
yes.
and said, don't
Yeah.
touch them.
Well, and our mother literally taking the tweezers out of my hand going, you don't need
No.
this.
Beautiful brows.
Yeah.
Eyeliner for you?
Yeah, I wore a lot of eyeliner, even into like beginning dating Jansen.
Yeah.
Pictures of me, I have like dark
Yes.
black eyeliner on.
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't know if I really followed a lot of other trends though.
I never had
struggling to-
money to really do like clothing trends.
Mhm.
I will say one of my most embarrassing moments in high school was I was a freshman and Hollister was very new and very all the rage. And I had this shirt from Walmart and it had a little picture of a beach like in a frame, very small, like just like directly on the middle of my chest. And I tried to tell the seniors that I was doing theater with that this was a shirt from Hollister and that I loved Hollister. And I just remember their faces. They were like very much appeasing me, but thinking in my head, like, yeah, I got away with that. I'm one of them now.
Yeah.
No, you're not, baby. No, you're not.
You also did rock a lot of polos.
Yes,
Oh.
senior
with
freshman year.
multiple camisoles
Oh,
underneath.
Oh,
yeah.
I did
layered,
that too.
where you would like pull down so you could see each color.
Oh yeah.
And then the polo and then a little pop of a collar.
Oh
Not
yeah.
so much the pop collar, but I would do Old Navy tank tops. The like thick strap tank tops.
Yes.
Multiple of those. And then you pull the bottom one out just a little bit so it's like
Yeah.
a different
Little
color.
smile of color.
Yes.
Oh, a
Totally,
hot pink
girl.
one underneath a black one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I also did, I liked a green pink combo. I did that a lot.
Green
Forest
and pink are always
yellow.
together.
Pink
yeah.
and brown.
Ooh.
I
I was a
probably
pink and
did
brown
that
girl.
too.
Neapolitan.
Yeah.
Yeah, my senior pictures from high school definitely in a yellow polo, popped collar, white camisole. And it wasn't multiple camisoles, it was a bra. Usually a double bra by the time I got into college because my boobs were too big and I didn't have enough money to get like good, nice bras. And then the camisole tank top situation, and then the polo shirt, and then jeans.
Mm-hmm.
I was just
Ballet
sweating
flats that
for decades.
smelled
Oh, the ballet flats are
atrocious.
disgusting.
Yeah.
But then I did find rainbow. Is it rainbow?
Rainbow sandals.
Rainbow sandals.
Yeah.
Did you guys have rainbow sandals in
I
Colorado?
don't know what those are.
They were very big
Ooh.
here
It was.
and in like California.
Yeah, it was definitely like the Huntington Beach OC kids who like infiltrated Arizona, because as soon as we all started going to like San Diego and California, yes, those.
And they're still really good quality.
They are great. They're leather. They're
Yeah.
very nice shoes.
They
and
last
they last
forever.
forever. But they also start to kind of smell by a certain point of using them so much. And then you're in Arizona just sweating because they're beach sandals.
Yeah.
They're meant for like water, sand, and sidewalks, not asphalt.
Yeah, I was going to say burning asphalt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh man, rainbow sandals.
I grew up in the early aughts.
Yeah.
Rob Deerdeck was real big. Rob Deerdeck owned a company called DC Shoes.
He did.
And I wanted so badly to be a skater kid without ever touching a skateboard.
Just vibes.
Just vibes. And so I saved up all my money because, of course, like they were like $60 to $80 shoes. They were not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saved up all my money, went to PacSun, got them. This is 6th grade. It's such a visceral memory because they didn't fit.
Oh.
And I probably wore them 5 times and they hurt my feet so badly because they were too small.
the worst.
And I was too ashamed to tell my mom that
Yeah.
I had paid so much money
Yeah.
for shoes that did not fit.
Oh yeah.
And so I just kept wearing them. And
Wait, is this a lesson? Have you learned this lesson where you buy something so small, but you are like just
yeah,
determined to either wear it or like not let mom and dad find out how much you spent on this thing
Mhm.
because you can't even wear it? Did you ever do that?
I did it similarly with
Mhm.
shoes. The ADDIE
Oh,
like
yeah,
skater
yeah,
shoes.
yeah.
Skater shoes.
I was
They were real big.
They were.
Yeah.
And I had larger feet
Mhm.
than a lot of I mean, I feel like they're average size.
You have average size feet.
But I wanted them to be like cute little
Skater
skater shoes.
Yeah.
Skater feet. And so I definitely bought like 1 or 2 sizes too small and I was like, I will wear these. But
Mhm.
the like
Oh,
curl of the
yeah.
toes to try to get in was the
Uh-uh.
most uncomfortable
yeah.
thing.
I had blisters that were just,
Oh no.
I mean, it
No.
was awful. They hurt so bad. And literally within like a week of having them, the like really cool kids at my elementary school weren't wearing them anymore
Oh,
and started wearing Converse, which were the shoes I had already been wearing
trendsetter.
4 years.
Oh no.
I
Trendsetter.
was so mad. I was like, those are the cool shoes now? Even though I just spent like $65 of money I could have spent on Nintendogs.
What?
What?
When I wanted Nintendogs real bad, I didn't end up getting
It's a
Nintendo.
I don't even know what
Was
that
it-
is.
The Nintendo DS. It was a game where you could have dogs
Oh.
and raise them.
So a gigapet?
Kind of, but
Or like a
Better.
Tamagotchi?
Yeah, Tamagotchi.
yeah, but like way better.
I always wanted a Tamagotchi.
I did too.
I would play my friends'
I did end up getting a Nintendogs.
nice.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
I also did the like strand of hair wrapped in
Oh. Mm-hmm.
thread,
Uh-huh.
basically.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was
Yeah.
embroidery thread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had those
To the
for a
point
long
where it
time.
matted and
No, I had it like through the school year. My
Oh.
friend could rap,
Oh.
and I was gonna pretend to rap. And she would do that and put like charms in it and
Oh,
like
yeah.
feathers at the end and like tinsel in
Mhm.
your hair. It was
Cute.
a dark time.
It's
Yeah.
a dark time.
oh, I also did the this is in high school because I wasn't allowed to dye my hair.
Yeah.
Like I was only ever allowed to get highlights. Like our parents were just like no
They
colors.
didn't like unnatural colors.
Unnatural colors was not allowed.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to dye my hair either.
Yeah. But clip-in extensions got really big.
Oh.
And I would go to Hot Topic, and this is what I spent my babysitting money on, was Hot Topic, basically. And they
What else
would,
are you
they
guys
would
spending
have
on?
like these like neon colored like, and they weren't great quality.
no, they were straw.
They definitely didn't blend into my hair at all.
No.
And yeah, you would like I would tease my hair and then clip these in just so I could like
Look,
Feel different.
live my little scene kid dream for a second. I also
Love it.
was not allowed to leave the house in all black. So I would take clothes to change into at school.
Yeah.
interesting.
No all black, no tank tops that were, I think the 3-finger rule was our household.
no bra straps.
No bra straps showing. Your pants and skirts.
Basically elementary
needed
school
to go.
rules.
Yeah.
Followed through at home.
Yeah, like
All day.
fingertips.
Yeah.
Yep. Can't
Length.
go.
Which
need to
for
go
me,
past
so
your
I'm not
fingertips.
proportionate
Yeah.
arm. Well, I have T-Rex arms. So my fingertips end at like crotch line.
Yeah.
So that fingertip rule never really like worked for me. It was always just like it had to be like
And then
mid thigh.
My arms are so long.
Yeah.
And that meant that I couldn't wear anything short.
Bermuda
Es-
shorts year round.
Yeah, literally year round, or like skirts, or like jean skirts. Oof.
Loved
Honestly,
a score.
love
Loved
a
a skirt.
And skirts
Still
are
do.
back.
They
I
Skirts are back.
know.
Tennis wear is
Yes.
very in right now.
Preppy wear.
Yeah.
We're full circle. The only other thing that I could think of is the middle poof situation where you had the like hump poof with
Did
your
you-
bangs.
A little snicky moment.
Oh.
Did you ever have the bumpit?
Mm-mm.
No, I always wanted one just to try it.
Yeah.
Did you? Did
Yeah.
you try? Oh, did it
Did you have
work?
the full set?
No. I did have the full set, but my hair is does nothing. Like it's just what it is.
Yeah.
So I could never tease it enough without
Mm-mm.
like the little spikies poking through.
Little
Yeah.
baby hairs.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
That's so funny.
So they just sat in
high
a
school.
drawer.
Yeah. A lot of those like as seen on TV things
Yeah.
usually do. We try though. We
Yeah.
try.
I was also in high school. My last thought is I was also in high school at the time of statement necklaces
Oh yeah.
and circle scarves.
Oh yeah. That was college for me.
Yeah. And also business casual wear, but like for the Clurb.
That has been all over TikTok
Yeah.
lately. Kids who are in the club right now are asking millennials what was it like to be into club, and it is hilarious to watch the reactions because they're
Peplum
like
top.
peplum tops,
Chevron.
Loved a peplum
wedge
top.
sandals,
Statement necklace.
kitten heels, owl necklaces,
Mhm.
the big bobble necklaces.
Yeah.
Oh man, and then
A
just
Charming
being,
Charlie's.
Yes.
I could fuck up a Charming
Loved
Charlie's.
Charming Charlie's.
Yes, and then just being sweaty. That's
Yeah.
all I remember about club life back then was everyone was so sweaty and
Yeah.
we're all taking these like digital camera pictures. We all look terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that none of those are on the internet because it wasn't there
The
yet.
things I drank out of a water bottle
Oh, questionable.
or a Gatorade bottle
Questionable.
Yeah.
in the backseat of a car I should not have been in.
Do you remember your first cocktail when you turned 21?
Yes.
What was it?
My first legal cocktail was
Yeah.
the mimosa
Oh, fancy.
because I went for brunch at the hotel I worked at.
Cute. I like that. Do you remember what yours was? Was it a moment?
Like a cocktail. My first drink.
Or alcoholic beverage after you turned 21, like the celebratory drink.
I was at Cornish Pasty
Oh.
and we did like
Oh no.
Jaeger
bombs?
bombs.
Oh girl, what? Worst.
Nasty.
I love a Jaeger bomb, but like in my late 20s, I was very good at chugging a
We
big
did.
Jaeger
Couldn't be
bomb.
me.
My 21st birthday was an all-day
Excursion.
and then I also had to work at 5:00 in the morning the day after.
No.
And one of my supervisors at the hotel was one of the people who took me out,
yeah.
and he was like, I don't need you to like be on tomorrow,
Good.
but you have to be there.
Yeah. Be a body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so my roommate, who was in her 60s, had to drive me to work the next morning. I was poured into bed at about midnight and then had to be up for my 5 a.m. shift at the hotel.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And yeah,
Love.
yeah, we did the full bar hop of the island.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you do for your 21st?
My mom and I went out to Kabuki for lunch, and then my best friend and a mutual friend took me out to a club. I think I got a Cosmopolitan for my first drink with my mom at Kabuki. It was very good. Because I was very obsessed with Sex and the City when I was in college, because I had like found it and I found my people. But when Rachel and Claire took me out to the club to Westgate, I got an Adios Motherfucker. Do you know what that is? Oh boy. It is like 4 different liquors.
Yeah.
Blue
Curacao.
and Mountain Dew and some other things and a cherry on top, and it comes in like a vat. Like you have
Usually
to drink the whole
in
thing.
bucket and or fishbowl form.
Yeah, mine was in like it was probably like a water carafe. It was like this tall and it had like a wave to it.
Yeah.
And a big old straw. And then you have to drink it within 20 minutes and you get it for free. Or another one, you can either free or get a second. And the whole reason it's called that is because by the time you get to the bottom, you are donezo.
Gone.
You are blackout.
Adios, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was my
no.
first real cocktail. And Rachel, I have a distinct picture with me and Rachel and Claire at the whatever that Western bar is at Westgate. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it's called. The Saloon something.
Yeah. The one upstairs across from Kabuki.
Yes.
I know exactly which one. Yeah.
And no, downstairs.
Oh,
with the bowl.
Oh, yeah, with the bowl. Yeah.
The bowls in the background were at the bar. There's like 5 people behind us, like crowding us in. We're all sweating, and I'm like halfway through the bottle, and my eyes can't even open. I am like out of it.
Oh no.
And then we made it back to I was at the dorms. I was an RA, so they made it back to the dorms. We snuck in a bottle allegedly, and drank Smirnoff Ices while we watched Sex and the City in my dorm room.
Oh my gosh.
Blasted. Such a good night.
The end of my 21st birthday was no hands blowjob shots at a dive bar
on the island.
on the island.
Oof, girl.
Yeah.
Woofy.
And then being poured into my bed.
By your 6-year-old roommate.
Oh, no, that was by the like engaged couple that I was good friends with.
Cute.
Yeah.
Love. With the 2 minutes we have left, we need to pick our book.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have an answer? You were about to say something.
I was just gonna say, and for my 21st birthday, I'll tell you next time.
No,
No.
tell us now.
No, it's okay.
No, I want to know.
It's not that exciting.
You have to tell us.
I did Power Hour and did Mill my 21st birthday.
You did Mill?
Uh-huh. And then closed that, went, because I lived on campus too,
Yeah.
went back to school and went to sleep. And then the next day, the plan was to like wake up to go see a movie
Yeah.
with some friends, whatever. But I slept through my alarm.
Oh, no.
And because I had like pitch black curtains and my room was like so dark.
Yes.
And I woke up at like middle of the afternoon and I was so sad.
I would be too.
And I was like to Leanne, like I went crying. I was like, we missed the movie. You didn't wake me up.
She's
She
like-
wasn't 21 yet.
Oh,
And-
no.
So
She's like,
she's like, sorry.
Do you remember the movie?
No.
Dang.
Something ridiculous. But so then we just went to Olive Garden.
Did you get a little
But
wine?
I think I got like a sangria maybe.
Mm.
But yeah.
Heather and I would get their Moscato all the time. Loved a Moscato. I can't believe you did Power Hour. I'm so impressed.
Yeah. And
Wow.
closed down Mill.
Wow.
No.
Kelly Carlin for y'all.
We had a
Impressive.
pretty good circuit
Yeah.
that we hit too
Yeah.
every time.
I loved Mill.
where we would go.
I can
each.
never go back to Mill.
Oh no.
Why? I love
My
Mill.
last night at Mill,
Oh,
I
that
got
makes
kicked
me
out of
sad.
the piano bar.
Oh no!
It was a whole-
Oh,
it was a
no.
whole-
Oh,
a
you
whole
have to
night.
tell us that later.
Yeah.
I loved Mill. I have good memories on Mill.
I liked it when I was drinking.
Yes.
Sober Mill,
Mm-mm.
not a place to
No.
be.
Couldn't pay me.
No.
You could not pay me enough to do that.
No.
Maybe for some people watching, like out on a patio, but no,
Mm-mm.
I'm too old for that now.
Yeah.
Thank you for your story,
Okay.
Kelly.
Yeah. Kept it quick.
Let's spin the wheel of
Well,
book.
hold on.
Oh, no wheel?
This is our birthday book pick.
Oh,
And we have been wanting ADDIE.
We have.
okay.
So,
So that's fine.
I think the majority rules. And
All right. There's no voting when there's only three
Maybe
people.
we read ADDIE LARUE.
Okay, I can read ADDIE LARUE.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
So for the month of September, join us to read ADDIE LARUE.
The Secret
the-
Life of ADDIE LARUE.
The Invisible Life.
Thank you.
Invisible
The
Life of
Invisible-
ADDIE LARUE by,
B.E. Schwab.
yeah, group effort.
I put The Secret Life of American Teenager and ADDIE LARUE together.
Yeah.
And they made a baby. As you
Ah.
do. I think you're really going to enjoy it. I'm going to bring my physical book next pod weekend so I can show it off on camera. It's
Yeah.
so pretty and it's signed. Yeah, this is a good one. It's been out for a long time, but it is worth it. I think you're really going to enjoy it. I'm talking it up too much.
It'll be my first finishing of a V.E. Schwab book.
That makes me so sad. I love her.
Me too. I want to read all of her books.
I'm down. We can have a V.E. Schwab book club without Halsey.
Yeah, I was going to say,
You're like, no, thank you.
have fun with
And
that.
she'll be gone.
Yeah.
That was a great show, you guys. I had so much fun. Thanks for reading with us. Thanks for being with us. I'm always co-hosted by my sister by blood
Halsey.
and my sister by contract.
Kelly.
And I'm Bailey, your host of Blood and Contracts. Thanks for listening to us. Please subscribe, comment below, tell us if you're excited for the book and what you liked about the last, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.